and I'm working in Cognizant since 1.5 years. And currently, my total years of experience is 7. And my tech skills is Java 8, Spring Boot, microservices, and somehow in front end.
Let's start with your interview from the basic of Core Java. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Can you explain the four pillars of OOPS?
Okay, so four pillars of OOPS is polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction, and we can use uh, um, encapsulations.
Okay. What is a difference between abstraction and interface?
Abstraction and interface. Okay, abstraction is used to hide the details in the class, and it will show the property after implementing the class. Okay, the, and abstract and interface is a um, uh, interface is a interface contains methods which is declared sometimes it is declared or it is not defined in the um, interface keyword. Yeah.
What difference comes after Java 8 in the interface?
Okay, in the Java 8, it introduced a default interface, right? In the Java 8,
Default
in default,
interface?
yeah, in default interface, it is a base declaration in the function which can be overridden by implementing classes if needed.
Okay. Why can't you say like default method and you are saying default interface?
Sorry, default methods.
Okay.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
Okay. No issues. Simran, what are checked and unchecked exceptions?
Okay, checked exceptions is the exception. It is in the compile time and it throws the exceptions, IO exceptions, file not found exception. That is the exception comes under checked. And unchecked exceptions is a runtime exception, and exception throws like null pointer exceptions, 1 by 0, and it will return something which is not defined, exceptions, and array out of bound index exception that is come under unchecked exceptions.
How do you handle the exceptions then?
We can handle using try catch block.
What is the purpose of finally block?
Finally, block is used to create after try catch. If try catch block shows some exception or not, even if it is showing exception, it finally block will run.
Okay, so is it necessary to add a catch block while using try?
Yes, it will mandatory to add.
Okay, how many catch block I can use?
How many multiple catch block can use.
Okay, so suppose I have multiple exceptions which I'm handling using catch block. So, what is the generic way to handle the exception in a catch block? Like, suppose I have one arithmetic exception, one is exception, general exception, and one is null pointer exception. These three exceptions I want to handle using catch block. So, what is the way to handle it?
It will return as a throw keyword.
So can I will create a three catch block, and first catch block I put like exception, general exception, and in second catch block I put null pointer exception, and third catch block will I add arithmetic exception. For example, in my try block I add some integer and dividing it by 0. So what exception it will throw, under
First
which
is for
catch block it
generic.
will come?
First, yeah, first is generic. Second
Yes.
is
Second is null pointer, and third is arithmetic exception.
arithmetic exceptions. Uh, it will come under generic exception because generic exception can handle all types of exceptions.
But if arithmetic exceptions are the exception which is
Huh.
used to
If
handle the these
huh,
type of
if we
scenarios.
if we manually enter that for arithmetic exception, then we can means it will throw and come under that exception.
Okay. So you mean like it will come under third catch block.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the purpose of the synchronized keyword?
Okay, synchronized keyword are used in block level or method level. When the concurrent, it is used to avoid multiple methods can work concurrently at a time in a shared resources.
Okay. How do you create and manage threads in Java, Neha?
How we can manage
Yeah.
threads?
How do you create and manage threads?
We can create a thread using extend keyword by using thread class, and another approach is we can implement runnable interface.
If I want you to create a thread using Java, it will how you will create?
We can Java 8.
Yes.
Java 8. Okay, we can use or extend the thread class in our program. Like I have one class like A and extend the thread class. Okay, and that class we have to use using lambda expression. In that lambda expression, we have to first need to create the thread object. After creating the thread object, it will initialize new and parenthesis arrow token, and then we have to print that system dot out dot println like that.
Okay. What is deadlock and how to prevent it?
Deadlock and how to prevent it. I'm not recalling right now. Maybe it's a long bag I have read about.
Okay, no issues. Explain how garbage collection works in Java.
Okay, garbage collections comes the property comes in the collections. So garbage collection is used to reclaims the memory management. Once the object once the object will do their process. If nothing happens, then it will removes its object, or it will removes from the heap memory.
Okay. Can you explain the full process of how the Java application work?
Okay, how the Java application work?
Hmm.
Uh, Means what you
Like we
want
use
to know?
JVM, JDK,
JD.
right?
Okay, okay. Okay. So I'm doing as a practical approach, so I'm saying like that. Okay. So first we need to install the JDK, and in that JDK we have some libraries to be to run the um, means jar file, and that jar file we need to set that bean of that jdk in our environment variables in the path, so that it will take the jdk as version, which version we are using, and we have to use gre, but now in java 8 it will comes under the jdk only. We no need to separate it out, gre and jdk. Okay, so once the JDK has done all the configuration, we can run our Java files. Uh, okay, and JDK now the means JVM is very smart. It will take all the dependencies in our JDK, and we don't need to any configuration much, so that it will run. I
Okay.
guess.
Um, Neha, what is the difference between heap and stack memory?
Okay, heap memory is uh, Um, okay, heap memory is used to store the data and get the reference value from the JVM, and the stack memory is used to create a string pool which contains address, um, but um, means matlab, I'm not distinguish actually what is the difference right now.
Okay, no issues. Have you worked
Mhm.
on collection framework data structures?
Collection framework data structure. Yeah.
Which collection framework you have worked on?
Many type of collection framework I have worked on. Array list, linked list, um, map, hash map,
Okay.
like
Can
that.
you tell me what is the difference between array list and linked list? Which one we can use for which purpose?
Uh, um, Array list is a wait. Yeah, array list is a both are the list implementing the list interface, but array list is a dynamic follows dynamic array. Linked list follows doubly linked list. Array list is occupies less memory. Linked list have more memory because it follows two pointers in a node, so that it contains more memory. And um, um, yeah, and for the array list is used to it is used to faster for accessing the data, and linked list is used to adding or removing the data. Yeah, that
Okay.
is the difference.
Okay. So what are the lambda expression and how do they work?
Okay, lambda expression is a concise form to calling a anonymous function, and it is containing one abstract method, and for the lambda expression we are annotating as means we are calling as parameters, arrow token, and the body. So in the body we can pass the operations or anything which you want to print.
Okay. Do you know anything about intermediate and terminal operations in string?
Yes, intermediate it will return the streams, and terminal it will return the concrete value.
Okay.